Witchpeace Craft. Welcome to Australia Day, 26th of January 2025. We're here to celebrate Australia Day and the finale of the Made in Australia Make Along 2025. Australia Day. Well, I'm an immigrant. My parents immigrated here when I was 8 years old. I became a naturalised Australian in the 80s. Thing was born here and we had our children here. Most people have barbecues, parties, get-togethers for Australia Day. We as a family just chill. We might watch some Australian movies, read some Australian books, and have something off the Australian menu. So today being Sunday, I traditionally cook a Sunday roast, and I am cooking a roast that has been inspired by the farmers' advertising campaign to eat lamb on Australia Day. So I'm doing a roast lamb. Yes, I'm susceptible to advertising. So that will be our Australia Day. But I want to celebrate with you the finale of our Made in Australia Make Along. I'm really confused today. It was an inspired idea by Litzer at Coco's Crochet to invite Australian podcasters to make an inspired Australian project and invite their subscribers to join in. We started it on December the 26th and we're finishing it on January the 26th. It's been a lot of fun. I have enjoyed it. Now, if you've watched past videos, you'd know what my project is, but I'll do a bit of a recap. My project was inspired by a children's book, The New Blue Scarf, a knitted scarf a young girl wears, by the Australian author R.M. McGurk. It's a young child's picture book, and I really liked it when I saw the cover. I'm an advocate for reading to children when they're very young at an early age, and in introducing them to books and literature. I think it's really important. In my daily job, I come across a lot of adults who can't really read properly, and they just made it through school and no one really helped them. My eldest brother is dyslexic. He really struggled in school and got in trouble a lot, and that's because back then they didn't really understand. So if you have the opportunity to read a book to a child, please do so. I really think it is beneficial all the way through to their adulthood. The project, the scarf, was I made the Spectrum Blip scarf by Jimmy Does Knitting. This was gifted to me by Gary from Urban Yarn, an Aussie who now lives in Canada. It's a paid-for pattern on Ravelry. It was in my wish list and I really wanted to make it. And I thought it was ideal to have a go, to experiment with this project for Made in Australia. So here's my finished scarf. Ta-da! It's quite long. It's going to be hard to show on camera, but hopefully I can put a picture at the end. So it's knitted in the round and you Kitchener stitch the top. I changed the pattern slightly. I did a provisional cast on so I could Kitchener stitch the bottom, and it turned out really well. It's made in Carnival 8-ply from Big W department store here, an acrylic yarn in 3 blue colours. Jimmy's done in multicolours and it looks nice. And I'm quite happy with the way it turned out. I think 4 blues would have been better, but it's been quite good. A few little hiccups and mistakes along the way, but that's okay. It's where I, change the yarn a bit late or something. But overall, it's 95% perfect. It's quite thick and warm because it's double knitted in the round. And it's quite cozy. It's probably long enough for an adult sort of, but it's quite long for a child, and that's who I plan it for. I plan to donate it to charity. It's too thick and heavy for the tropics where I live, so it'll go in my parcel that I send south to the climates where it's a lot colder in winter, and I'll send it to a charity down there, which I do once or twice a year, especially when winter is coming. So that's my scarf. I really enjoyed making it. I love the pattern. And yes, I would knit it again in 4-ply. I think, and lots of colours. I think it would be much drapier, and I would make it longer. I think it'd be a great project for scrap yarn. I have a lot of 4-ply scrap pure wools, and this is a great pattern. If you're a beginner, you want to step it up a bit, it's a chart, but it's really easy to follow, and you will enjoy doing it, and it does turn out really nice. So that's my project I made for Made in Australia 2025. I decided last video I'd do a bit of a giveaway to celebrate the finale of our make along. So I'm giving away a copy of the book or a copy of the scarf. 2 winners, 1 each. All you had to do was leave a comment below that video using the word book or pattern. Unfortunately, no one put pattern, so I won't be giving away the pattern prize. I have a lot of crocheters follow me, not many knitters, so that's not surprising. I'll save that prize for another day. The book, because it's a children's book, a young children's book, there's a small group of people who would really want it, and it turned out there were 5 at the time of me doing this draw whose names are going in the draw. I'm not going to bother with the wheel and the computer. I'm going to do it the good old-fashioned way. I've got a plastic bag and I've written their names on paper, and I'm going to draw one out. So Kathy D is going in the bag. Barbara L is going in the bag. Jen's Hobby Nook is going in the bag. Julianne is going in the bag. And last but not least, 2 Arctic Wolves. I do know who that is. So this was open worldwide, and I will be posting the book to whoever wins it. Now, if you live in the Northern Hemisphere, it could take 4 or 5 weeks to get to you. But once you've claimed your prize, which you must do by email in the next 7 days, I'll let you know when it's on its way. I'll get it on its way pretty quickly. I will pack it well. I might put a few treats in there for you to surprise you. So I'm going to do a draw. As Mad Mimi would say at Laura, there is nothing up my sleeves, and I'm going to draw a name out. I'm going to rummage around till I find one that's ready. Okay, let's see who this is. One here. Julianne. Julianne, you have won a copy of the children's book. Please email me to claim your prize, and we'll organise a mailing out to you. Thank you everyone for taking part. Thank you for supporting the make along with your pictures. There will be a slideshow at the end, so please stay and watch it. Enjoy it. I'll try and put a picture of my scarf. It's been a lot of fun. I've met some new people. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope we do it again next year, because I already have a pattern in mind. That's how much I've enjoyed it. I really want to thank Litza for coming up with the idea and inviting me to join in. I've met some wonderful people, come across some new channels, which brings me to my Australia Day shout out. This week on a break, and I was watching YouTube, a channel popped up in my feed I hadn't seen before. And it's an Australian podcaster, Travel Crochet or Crochet Traveling or Traveling Crochet, Tracy. Can't remember, but her link to her channel will be in the description below. She's traveling around Australia with her husband with a caravan and what have you, and she makes amigurumis and possibly other things. The video I came across, she was in Broome, which is in Western Australia, where we're originally from and where Thing was born. We used to go up there on holidays quite a bit. She was off to Kununurra, where we lived for 5 years with the boys. I was actually Kayla, the Cub Scout leader there. The boys were in Scouts. I have a lot of fond memories of Kununurra. It's quite warm and the heat was getting to her a bit. Now, she's about 4 hours south of me in Townsville, where it's a bit cooler. I bet the humidity and the rain is probably driving her nuts. But today on Australia Day, she is doing a craft market. She's taking part in a craft market. She's staying in Townsville for a while and probably doing 2 craft markets to sell some of her things. because of course in a caravan they have limited room. So I hope she enjoys it and she has great sales and has fun. She's also in a bigger town where she can actually buy yarn and craft things, because some of the places like Broome and possibly Kununurra, you can't buy those sort of things. So she has to make sure she stocks up before they move on. I'd love to go down and see her. She's only like 4-hour drive, I think. But I don't know if I could get time off work in time. But I hope she enjoys her travels. Her videos are great. She does put some scenery of where she's been sometimes. So please check her out. She had about 360 subscribers when I started watching her. So if you like the content, subscribe and say hi from me. It'd be great to get her to 1,000 and have another Australian podcaster join us in the Made in Australia next year if we do it again. The other thing is, happy birthday to Juniper. Ella at No Catchy Name. Her daughter turns 3 today. So I want to wish Juniper, June, happy birthday. I hope she has a fun day turning 3. That's about it for me. Really like to thank everybody for taking part, comments, subscribing, making projects, just having fun with a Made in Australia make along and finding out more about Australia in different ways. It's been so much fun and I can't wait to do another one next year with you all. So take care, stay well, make sure you have one crafty day. Until next time, bye for now.